everyone, welcome back to On the Mat with Marita. Today we're going to do a little bit of a flow sequence, so this is a great routine for the morning to wake your body up. But that being said, you could do it in the evening as well. Okay, let's bring the hands into heart center, close the eyes, and just take a couple nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Beautiful. We'll start with some sun breaths. So fluttering the eyes open, let's inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, swan dive forward. Bending the knees as much as you need to. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up, and exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Once more, inhale, sweep up, look up, and exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. So again, those are called sun breaths. Now we'll work our way into some sun salutations. So walking the hands forward into a downward facing dog. Let's take a couple breaths here and separate the feet hip width apart. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Remember, in down dog, you want to spread the shoulders wide and the fingers nice and wide. And then you want to press into the base of the thumbs and the knuckles of the first fingers. Taking a couple more deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, right into the lower belly. Let's inhale, lift the right leg up, and then gaze through the hands, take a big step forward in between. Turning that back foot on a 45-degree angle, inhale, sweep up, look up. This is called Warrior One, and we'll relax those shoulders down. And then exhale, float the hands down. Step it back into plank. Shift forward on the toes, gaze forward, and drop the knees, belly, and chest. Inhale, squeeze your elbows together and lift your head and shoulders off the ground. Maybe even gaze up, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhale, release the head down, lift the feet, press back on the knees, and find downward facing dog once again. This time we'll lift the left leg right away. Try to press equally through both hands, and then bring your gaze forward. Take a big step in between with that left foot. And turn the back right foot on a 45-degree angle for Warrior One on the other side. Good. Exhale, float the hands down, step it back into a plank. Shifting forward on the toes, gazing forward, drop your knees, belly, and chest. And then again, squeeze the elbows together, applying some light pressure to the hands. Lift your head, shoulders, maybe even gaze up. And then exhale, release, lift your feet, press back onto your knees, and again, find downward facing dog. Pressing the mat firmly away from you. Gaze forward with the head now and bend your knees deeply. And this time you can walk or hop the feet in between your hands to inhale and halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold and inhale to sweep up, look up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, float the hands down. Let's take a big step back with our right foot into runner's lunge. So just allowing the back hip to kind of drop a little. Maybe you shift forward and back on the back tiptoe. All the while trying to line up your front knee pretty much over your ankle. And then when you shift forward, just try not to let your knee go past your toe. Let's float that back knee down. Bring the hands up to the knees for Anjaneyasana, low lunge, and gently glide forward. You can allow the back top of the foot to come down to the ground here. And if you want even more, you can engage those inner thighs and bring your hands to your ears.
maybe twisting from one side to the other to work on your balance. And smile here if you wobble, it's normal. Float the hands down. Come back onto your back tiptoe. Send that front foot to the back. Shift forward on the toes, gaze forward, and either lower to your knees or keeping your elbows in, lower down to a chaturanga, and then inhale into upward facing dog where your knees are off the ground. Good, exhale, rolling back over the toes or stepping the toes back into your downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhaling to gaze forward, bend the knees deeply and either walk or hop the feet up in between. Inhale to halfway lift and exhale to fold. This time take a big step back with your left foot. Get a nice long lunge happening here and allow that left back hip to drop slightly. And then lowering that left knee down, you can untuck the back toe, bring your hands to your knee, and sink forward or glide forward just to a moderately intense spot. And then you can bring your hands to your ears again if you did so on the other side. And again, try to twist a little. Good, coming back to center, float the hands down, tuck that back toe, and send the front foot back to find downward facing dog once again. With the feet hip width apart, let's lift the right leg up towards the ceiling or sky and gaze forward and draw our knee towards our elbow. And then inhale, reach the leg up. And one more time, draw the knee towards the elbow. Nice and high on the elbow. And lift up and lower that leg down. Pedaling out those feet, lift the left leg up now. Draw your left knee up high on your arm, just above your elbow. And then inhale, lift that leg again. Coming down, knee to elbow. And then back up. Good, exhale, bring the leg down. And then start to drop the knees, taking the knees wide and the big toes together. Relaxing into child's pose for some constructive rest. Just letting everything go here, letting everything integrate. Gently lifting your head, let's walk the hands all the way to the left and drop the head again. Little break here as we stretch through the side body. Inhale, come through center, walk the hands over to the right. Placing the left hand on top, relax the head down. Again, walk the hands back through center. Now we'll start to press back up into our tabletop position and we'll continue with a little bit more flow here. All right, so tucking the toes, send the hips up, downward facing dog. Let's lift the right leg here, press equally through both hands, and then inhale, gaze forward, take a big step through with that right foot. Now we're gonna drop the left foot to a 90-degree angle to your front foot, and then we'll reach the arms up into a warrior two, gazing out over that front middle finger, separating the shoulders as much as you can. Good, either stay higher if you're a bit tired or sink it lower. Good, and then turn the front palm to face up. Drop your back hand down your leg and reach up with that front arm, gazing up towards the sky or ceiling. And inhale, come to bring your front elbow to your knee and bring your left arm overhead. Gazing up under your left arm if you can, and maybe sinking into that front knee a little bit more. Inhale, stretch it back up to your warrior two. And then release your hands down. Take your back foot in about 1 foot. And then bring your hands to your hips and shift your hip way back. Bring your arms up again and reach forward. And then drop your right hand down to your shin for triangle pose. Maybe bringing your gaze up and trying to gaze through the left middle finger. Feel free to keep that front knee a little bit bent. It's actually a good idea to keep a little slight bend there. And then we'll exhale, float that hand down and step that back foot forward. Inhaling to halfway lift. Exhaling to fold. You can either walk, step, or hop the feet back now into your plank. Shift forward on the toes, gaze forward, and either lower halfway into chaturanga or all the way down. And then inhale either into cobra or up dog like this. Exhale, float the hips back up into downward facing dog, pedal out those feet. And then we'll press through the right foot, lift the left leg. Inhale, gaze forward and take a big step through. Turning that back foot on a 90-degree angle to your front foot. Reach the arms out in warrior two here on this side. Maybe you check in with that back arm and see if it's in line with your front arm, that it's not way down here or way up here. And again, separate those shoulders as much as you can. Turn the front palm to face up. Let the back hand drop down your leg gently. And gaze up through your hand, reaching high rather than back behind you. And then inhale, draw your left elbow to your knee, your right hand towards the front of the room. And gaze up underneath your arm. Sinking down if you want a deeper stretch in through your hips. Nice, inhale to come up, finding warrior two once again. And then relax the hands, hop that back foot in about a foot. And then again, reach the arms up. Shift the hips way back, reach forward with your left hand. And then drop it down your shin and reach your right arm up. Gazing through that right middle finger, here we are in triangle Trikonasana pose. And this is a great one too to really separate those shoulders. Try to separate them apart to feel more of a good stretch. Exhale, float that hand down. Step it back into your plank. And from here, let's turn onto our left side, coming into a side plank. You can either stack your feet or you can keep your right foot in front of your left. Or if you really want more of a challenge, see if you can lift that right leg. And if you're wobbling here, so am I. Smile, you're building strength. Lift those hips as high as you can. And then exhale, float the hand and the foot down, coming into a forward plank. Then switch over onto your right side, lifting your arm up and maybe your leg too. Keep those hips nice and high. Nice and strong through the right hand and shoulder. And then exhale, float it down into your forward plank. Shifting forward on the toes, gaze forward, either lower halfway into chaturanga or all the way. And then inhale, cobra or up dog, like this. Inhale, take it back into downward facing dog. And
take a couple nice deep breaths right into the lower belly. And from here, let's walk the hands back towards our feet. And then tucking the chin, we'll roll up as slow as we can over the course of several breaths. Feeling a nice release in through our spine. Bend your knees a little bit. And once you come up, give those shoulders a couple rolls backwards. And bring the hands to Tadasana, mountain pose. Fluttering the eyes open, let's take the left foot to our ankle or up to our shin, and we'll come into tree pose. So you can make some branches with your hands. You might feel a little wobble on your foot, that's okay. Maybe even move those arms around like you're swaying in the wind. And if you want more, gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky. Or even come to your tree pose and maybe try to close your eyes. And that's how we get better with our balance. Okay, on the left side now, root through your left foot and bring your right foot to your ankle or to your shin. And then bring those arms up once again, making some branches, stretching the arms out long, and maybe adding some movement. Or coming to stillness, bringing your gaze up. Or trying to close those eyes for a second. And then release, shake it out. Great job. Okay, interlacing the fingers behind the back, let's press the knuckles down and the chest up. Maybe start to lift those hands away from your back. And then exhale, float the hands down. Stretch the arms out wide and take your left arm under your right, bringing either the backs of the palms together or the fronts of the palms together. And squeeze your elbows in your hands nice and tight, lifting your elbows away from your body and up slightly. Wrists are aligned over your elbows. Feel that nice opening up in the back between your shoulder blades. And then exhale to release. Take the arms out, and this time take the left arm under the right. Squeeze and lift. And breathe. Good, and exhale, float the hands down, shaking it out. Okay, we're gonna try another pose today, which you often see in pictures and can be kind of fun. It's a balancing exercise. We're gonna lift our right leg and catch our foot with our right hand. And then we're gonna lift our left arm up as high as we can towards the ceiling or sky. And without hesitation, we're gonna press the leg back and reach the arm forward, gazing over that front middle finger. Dancer pose. This is one you often see in magazines or pictures. Let's give it a go here. And then relax, release. Some days you can just do it, and other days you can't. I feel like I was able to hold that one for a few seconds, which was nice. So let's catch that left foot now. So you can catch the foot on the inner part or on the outer part of your ankle. So whichever you prefer. Do what feels more comfortable. Reach your right arm up, and then again, without hesitation, just reach that front arm forward and that back leg back, gazing out over that front middle finger. And if you fall out of it, just maybe give it one more try.
It takes lots of time. Balance takes a lot of time and practice. But I can honestly say over the last few years, practicing definitely improves things. Okay, that was kind of our peak pose for today. A little bit more challenging than maybe what we've done in the past. So let's bring it to a close now. We're gonna start to wind things down. So we'll bring the hands into heart center and we'll do 3 more sun breaths. So inhale with me, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, big swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Then you can just start to walk those hands forward and bring your knees down to your mat. And we're gonna make our way all the way down to our backs now. Setting up for a nice little relaxation, guided relaxation in Shavasana. So please lie down on your back. You can either keep your knees bent or you can lie with your feet pointing to each corner of the mat. So while this pose looks like the easiest of all the yoga asanas or postures, it is actually one of the hardest to master. While the body lets go, the mind must stay alert, observing the relaxation process before finally surrendering into rest. The final relaxation allows your body to settle and the effects of your yoga practice to consolidate. So with your legs apart, your arms just out from your sides, have the backs of your hands on the floor so your fingers curl softly up. Close your eyes so attention is drawn inward and you become sensitized to your inner environment. Start to scrunch your toes and flex your feet. Next, spread out your toes and point the feet strongly. Then relax your feet. Lift your right leg 1 to 2 inches in the air and briefly tense all the muscles in that leg and then release them, letting the leg fall to the floor. Do the same with your left leg now. Lift it in the air, briefly tense all the muscles, and then release it down to the floor. Clench your bum for a few seconds so your hips rise up slightly. Release and feel the heaviness of your lower body. Tighten the muscles along the length of your spine and press the tips of your shoulders into the floor. Puff your chest up and tighten your abdominal muscles. Then exhale and relax the muscles. Let the chest release down and allow tension to flow out of the body. Lift one arm off the ground and tighten all its muscles, making a fist with your hand, then stretching the fingers out. And when you exhale, let all the tension go so your arm drops back down on the floor. And repeat on the other side, making a fist with your hand and then stretching the fingers out. And then exhaling and letting all the tension go as your arm drops back down. Lastly, tighten all the muscles of your face. Lose your inhibitions. No one is watching you. Clench your jaw, squeeze your eyes tightly shut, and then widen everything out and apart. Open your eyes, your mouth, and then exhale with a sigh and relax the face. Become aware of your whole body, heavy and relaxed. Your body wants to be comfortable. It is its natural state. The brain surrenders any worries and is content, enjoying this peaceful and tranquil moment. You will intuitively know when it's time to come out of this relaxation. So spend as long as you like here, breathing in and out through your nose. And then when you are ready, you can roll over onto your side and allow your eyes to open in their own time. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you can take this sense of peace and relaxation with you throughout the rest of your day. Namaste.